What's up, guys? This is Mania. I'm coming to you with another deck profile. This one is Frightfur's. I felt like this one was relevant simply because we just got the announcement that Frightfur Tiger is going to be coming to the TCG as soon as December. So I thought this deck was pretty relevant. I'm waiting for a good chance to give you guys this deck profile, simply because I really like this archetype. It's really fun. It's cute. It's funny as well. It's got that Five Nights at Freddy vibe. So yeah, let's get into it. So playing three Fluffle Dog. This is the Stratos of the deck. He searches out pretty much everything with the exception of all your Edge Sabers. Um, Anything outside of the Edge Sabers, yeah, it searches out pretty much everything you need that isn't these guys. um, uh, Edgem Sheep. This guy is great for bouncing stuff back and instantly special summoning out an Edgem monster from the hand or grave. So yeah, three is too many. It becomes pretty cloggy at three simply because you're overpowered. This deck is a little bit more overpowered in terms of fluffles rather than Edgems. Two, I feel, is just fine. One is just not enough. Playing three Owl. This guy just became much more relevant simply because of Saber Tiger and Tiger being coming to us soon. Because you get this use cards in your hand and his effects. So it's really good. Plus he searches out polymerization, and that's not too bad. Fluffle Mouse is stupendous. This guy is great for your win condition and the fact that he's a ton of material. He can special summon out two of himself from the deck. Yes, it limits you to what you can special summon in terms of that you can only special summon the Frightfurs. So, but yeah, it's still great for fusion fodder. Then I play one bear to search out the toy vendor. It's another Fluffle name as well, so why not? I'm playing three Edgem Chain. This guy is amazing. This is my favorite card in the main deck. He searches out any of the Frightfur cards. Specifically, you want Frightfur Fusion, which is the only Frightfur card in this deck. And then you can, and then if he's in the graveyard, you can add. No, yeah, if he's sent there, and then if he declares an attack, it doesn't matter if his attack is negated as long as you declare it. If his attack doesn't go through. So like if he's Mirror Force, you get to still add another copy of himself. And then Sabers, it's Sabers. His effect sucks. It's not the best effect, but I mean he works decently well with Toy Vendor, but not the best card. Saw is even worse. I really wish this was not like you didn't need to play it. Quite honestly, sometimes I wish I was playing Prisma over this guy, and honestly, I might do that at some point with like a hero crossover, simply because it's just better. Um, but yeah, so Saw it like might be like Prism Elements of Hero Prisma is just a better card than this. Edgem Tomahawk is the Prisma of the deck. However, yeah, but yeah, so you get the idea. But yeah, like whoa, Saw's gone. My wish came true. But yeah, I can't. Excuse me for saying that. I wish I could play it instead. You can't really play it instead. But Prisma inherently is better than Tomahawk, but but Tomahawk lets you get the cowboy effect as well, so that could also be useful. You can also play. I also play three Suture Rebirth. It's a Mirror Force for Fluffles and Frightfurs. It's pretty good. Why not? Three Frightfur Fusion. This is the Miracle Force of the deck. Miracle Fusion of the deck. It's really good. It's searchable, so why not? Three Polymerization, it's searchable, it's uses cards from your hand, so again, why not? MST is good. Toy Vendor, if you watched Deck Building 101 from last week, you know that I have a negative view of milling in the fact that it's random. I don't like Toy Vendor because it is random and it only targets Fluffle monsters. In the fact when you mill. Yes, it does search out everything else, especially if it's sent to the grave by the effect of itself. But I just prefer to have as much control as possible. So Toy Vendor is not, in my opinion at least, not the best card. It's a great card for this deck, but not the best card, mainly because you have such a high risk of sending anything from the deck that is not Fluffles. Mainly the one-offs that you don't want to send. Fusion Conscription is an amazing card. This one will search out anything that is not chain, and that is the best option, quite honestly. I would never ever use this on chain simply because I want to get chain's effect to add a Frightfur Fusion to the hand. Uh, I would almost always search out sabers or saws just because I don't particularly like Saw's effect, and then I can always special summon sabers right back the next turn. So yeah, 2 Fluffle Crane and 2 Mirror Force. This is recovery. This is just defense. So 2 of each is fine. Sometimes I wish it was 3 of one, 3 to 1 of either, but hey, 2 to 2 is still a pretty even ratio, so why not? 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, and 1 Crush card. This is my preference to Solemn in this deck, simply because this deck cannot really risk as much life points as others, simply just based on the fact that there's a lot of low level monsters. Crush Card Virus helps make up for that because you can send Chain with it, you can send Sabers with it, heck, you can send Saw or Tomahawk with it. And well, no, not Tomahawk, excuse me, but you can still send Saw, and it's just really good. For the Frightfurs, for the fusions, I play 3 Sheep. This is my favorite card in the deck. He just keeps coming back, and it's absolutely ridiculous. You can actually pop him, I believe, with Tiger, and then make him stronger if your opponent does not have enough cards on the field. So it's a plus for you. 1 Wolf. This was the old win condition for this deck. Wolf no longer really has much ground, holds as much ground in this deck as it used to. But it's still relevant enough to play at 1. Leo is it's a weird card. In my opinion, it's probably the worst Frightfur that you would play. Not the worst Frightfur in general. Bear is horrendous, but Leo, that out of the ones that I play, Leo's the worst. It's the one I would go into the least. Simply, as you can tell, I only have 1 Saw, so that's why. 2 Tiger. This guy is amazing. Lets you pop a ton of cards. And then Saber Tiger is equally just as good because it lets you recycle stuff, and he becomes a 2800 beater. So yeah. For the Xyz monsters, it really doesn't matter. It's up to you. I mean, I'm just putting like random staples here. So Zen Mains is good because you can actually play it with Sheep and Sabers if you so want to. But it's just there. Like literally, this can be just up to you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this deck profile. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, have a nice day.